So, I haven't done a video in a while, but yesterday morning we left at 6 a.m. We went to NWTF show, which is one of the biggest shows in the United States. And it was actually amazing. I mean, it's the National Wildlife Turkey Federation, show, but they literally had everything there. Waterfowl, deer hunting, turkey hunting, boats. I mean, they had everything that you needed there. So it was pretty great. They had a lot of big names there too. But I specifically went just because I always wanted to go. But then a few buddies were there, so I had a singleton duck call that was sticking real bad. I needed to get it tuned, so it was just brought that with. Darren got that taken care of for me. Great. Robert from Combat Waterfowl, the owner, he was going to be there, and I haven't seen him in a year. And he's one of my really good friends, so I wanted to go ahead and meet up with him, talk and stuff like that. But also the owners of SX Decoy and Rete were going to be there, and I wanted to make sure that I can finally meet them because I've been with, I think, SX Decoy. They've been using their decoys since 2015, and talking to Scott and Rachel since then, got all my decoys from talking to them. So it was kind of, thought it'd be nice to finally meet them in person. And then with Chris at Rete USA, he was going to be there, and I've been talking to him through email and everything since 17, 18 when they first came out. And it was a great show. It's a big show. You can do it in one day if you had to, but we had to. The plan was to go down there yesterday. We left at 6 a.m., got there at 1, walked the whole show in 5-6 hours. Kind of skimmed through some places that I wasn't really interested in and my buddy was interested in. But you can spend all day if you spend a decent amount of time at every booth. But yeah, I was basically going down there to meet all these guys and girls and, saying hi and talking and catching up and everything. So I did have a pretty good haul out of there that I thought, and there was a lot of, companies there that I use all the time. So it was just worth it. But they're talking snow where I live in Illinois. They were talking major snow yesterday by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then by 3. Now, of course, it's all gone. But we left at 6 o'clock this morning. But the show itself, it was great. The only bad thing I could say about the show that I didn't like about it is that it was really hard to navigate where to go. I mean, they gave you a map on how to get in and everything, but once you get in a hotel, there's really no direction on which way you need to go. I didn't see no signage or anything. Me personally or my buddy, we kind of were just following people until we kind of got lost and had to ask someone where to get in. And then we got in the one section by the bandit area, and I'm looking at the map, and I'm like, oh, well, we can go this way, because I was going to try going to Combat Waterfowl right away. And I go there, and the guy said, nope, I had to go around. But he was letting a bunch of other people go in, so I don't know what the difference was. I mean, they had 2 different color wristbands, but that kind of irritated me. But yeah, you have to basically go into one area and then go through it. I kind of got it figured out after I told you couldn't go in one section. But after that, it was it was easy to get around. Friday, there wasn't that many people. I know Saturday today, there's a ton of people there from the videos I'm seeing. So I'm glad we did Friday. But yeah, we went there, made our way through everything. And it like I said, it was just a great show. But I got my duck call retuned and everything, so that's all back. My cut down's back being tuned up. So I don't have it on me. But yeah, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is the Bo Brooks slate call. He had 200 of these at the show, and it started Thursday. And Friday I got there at 1. They only had 6 of these left. So I don't know who won the free turkey hunt that they were giving away with it, but had him sign it and everything. Dude's just watching on TikTok. Dude's just super cool, and he's the same way in person. Just easy to talk to. He's not rushing it and everything. But I ended up getting this the slate call. I'll probably end up using it this year, but then I'll probably end up just putting it to the side as like a collector's item and stuff. I don't turkey hunt that much anyways, but it was just kind of one of those cool things that, you want to support somebody that's doing it and everything. So I did that, and then Dirty Duck Coffee was there, and they had everything they needed. And I tried their cold brew because summertime's coming, and I don't really like drinking hot drinks during the summer. So I got their cold brew, and I tried it there, and it was absolutely amazing. So I know my buddy from Bustin' Bubbles, Matt and Snyder, their podcast is sponsored by them. So pretty excited to try this out. I got that there. Mount Ops was there, which I drink this stuff every day instead of coffee because it's easier. I don't have no wait time. And also for the summertime, like I'll fill my thermos up, my big gallon one, with like just a lemonade, a regular lemonade or something. Put a scoop of this in here for kind of like a little bit of energy all day. But then I'll drink this in the morning as a replacement to coffee, and it kind of keeps me going to get that main go for the drive up to the city and everything, because I work up in Chicago, unfortunately. But they had some new flavors. They had the NWTF show flavor, but I wasn't too much of a fan of the sweet tea. It was kind of weird flavor. But they had this limited edition Wild Orchard. That stuff tastes just like apple juice. And I'm a big pineapple fan. I never tried it, but I got the pineapple too. So I should be good for a while with these. Another thing is my diaphragm calls. I'm a big Woodhaven call. I love their slate. I got one of their slates I like a lot. But the diaphragm calls, they kind of started messing up because I left them in my truck all summer long. So they had a great deal of these. It was, you get this pack for, I forgot what it was, like $50 or maybe $20 or something. They got all 4 calls and a t-shirt. Which the t-shirt's pretty cool. I haven't took it out of the bag yet because I literally just got home. But a t-shirt, then a sticker. So I'm pretty excited. I got my tags for turkey season. So hopefully we can get something done there. And then we were walking around and ran into bluebird waterfowl, which Bubbles again talks about them all the time, and people have been seeing about them, but they had a killer deal at the show. I think they have a kit for $100. It retails for $190, but you get this nice floating carrying case to hold all the stuff in there. You get 2 of the animators, so I got them for my lucky ducks. I can put, if I want to put spinners out there, I can just put them out there, or just use the agitators themselves. But these are the one with the noisemakers that they're famous for. But then it also came with a set of silent splashers if you didn't want the noise, just the movement. So I'm pretty excited to try these out this year, coming in October. I mean, we got plenty of time, but I'll be messing with them, trying to see how they go. And then, stopped over at the Rete booth. They did have the new Rete Ace there. The Ace is going to be replacing the Mazamara, which Mazamara is one of my favorite guns. I've had that gun since day one. I got it Cerakoted. I mean, I just can't miss with that gun. And when I went there, I wanted to hold the Ace and touch and play with it and everything like that, and kind of get my hands on it. And it felt natural just to pull that gun up. It felt the same as the Mazamara, the one I have. The bolt release paddle is a little bit big, a little bit longer, so it's a little bit easier to use. The bolt is a little bit lighter and smoother to come back, so I'm pretty excited about that. It still does the no click. Like, no matter how slow you go with the bolt carrier group, it's never going to stick. The new Ace also is available. As the Mazamaras, you couldn't put a tube on. The new ones, the Ace, you can put a tube on. So for all the guys that were looking to get a Rete and they didn't because you couldn't put a tube on for snow goose hunting, the Ace is the one. And the Ace, you come in either the Ace, which is a regular round back, or the R, which is like the humpback. The only difference between the two is that where the hump is, they just cut out part of the hump, or the round part in the back. They cut part of it out to give it that hump. Eyesight and everything to the whole gun is exactly the same. And it's smooth. It also comes with factory stainless steel magazine tube spring and recoil spring. So you ain't got to worry about it rusting or anything like that. It's stainless steel. And everything is compatible for the tube. That's the same as a Benelli. So anyone that was looking at getting a new Rete that really liked the gun, wondering if you can put a tube on it, you can put a tube on them. And they also come in black and other colors, camouflage colors, and they're also available in a 12, a 20, and a 28 gauge. So Rete is getting into the 28 gauge, which a lot of guys are going in for. I'm going to try getting me a 12 and a 28, and kind of not say retire my Mazamara, but I'm probably going to move to this. I've had that gun for a long time. It still shoots great. But it would definitely, now I actually have a legit backup gun that I shoot, that if I go out hunting and need a backup gun for any reason, I have one now. So that was exciting. Chris was great. We talked all the stories about how it was from the very beginning. He remembers me from the very beginning, the emails we come back forth. We email each other, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving. So I'm glad to finally be able to meet up with him in person and talked about some new things coming with the pistol line. They got a new pistol line out for 22s, and there's some things in the work with that for different calibers. Got to look at their slug gun. They have a slug gun now, semi-automatic slug gun with a rifle barrel with the Catawander scope mount on it, on the barrel. And that's available in 12 and 20, I believe, as well. And then there is also a 410 single shot that they're working on. And there might be something coming with that base too, to interchange barrel with other things. So, but yeah, Chris was great. Dude was amazing. Like I said, we probably spent 20 minutes there talking. So I did leave there with something. So I got a new hat. I know there's not a whole lot of Rete swag out there, but I definitely did a new hat. And I mean, I'm a big fan of black hats. So ended up getting a hat from Rete. And then we stopped over at SX Decoy. I stopped there, got to meet Scott and Rachel finally after all these years. Got to see the pintail decoys full bodies in person. They didn't have the widgeons there, but they did have the pintail full bodies, and they had the new swimming mallard floating decoy, which the way that the pump and everything is on that thing is insane how it comes apart. So for storability and everything, it's pretty simple, and I'm pretty excited to get it. So I ended up ordering the pintail full bodies, the widgeon full bodies, 8 Canadian floaters, and a swimming decoy. I do know that he is working on a couple decoys, 2 larger floaters, I believe, and there's 2 other duck decoys species that he's working on. I can't remember exactly, but keep an eye out for that. You know, every year they're always coming out with something. So, but yeah, I ordered those up, so those should be here. I think the swimmers and widgeons will be here in April, and I think he has the pintails and the mallard or the Canadians in stock, so I should be getting those here in a couple of days. They're really fast on shipping for there. So I ended up getting. They do have some. They're coming out with more gear and stuff. So I did get a new hat. Excited about that, to wear that to some shows and out to dinner. And then after that, we went ahead and went around. I got to. Brewer came up and met me while I was walking the show and everything. Talked to him for a while. Then we went to the booth. Got to see some of the hats that aren't on the website yet, and just the booth in person. Got to meet everyone that was helping him out. I talked to Brewer and them probably another 20, 30 minutes. We're just catching up, talking about things and all that. So, it was kind of nice. Like it took us 5 hours to walk the show. I spent probably 2 hours just talking to everybody, just to go ahead and catch up, meet in person, because I mean we all live so far away. Camet Waterfowl is in North Carolina, Rete's in Maryland, SX Decoys is in South Dakota now. So we're and I'm in Illinois, so we're kind of far away. So we don't get to see each other very often. So we got to catch up and everything. So I did end up getting this hat there, which I'm pretty excited to wear it out to some public functions and everything. So. But yeah, it was a good show. It was great to meet. I got a lot of cool stuff, that's nice. But it was great just to meet up with people and everything. Boss was there too. I can't forget about those guys. Dirk was there from Boss. I wanted to say that we did talk. I talked to him. We probably talked for 20, 30 minutes. Those guys at Boss are just as great as everyone else that I talked to. I mean, they're only an hour and a half, so I literally drive there probably 2-3 times a year. I'll stop in and we'll talk and chat and everything. They're just as much as family as they are friends with, like I said, like SX and Rete and all the other companies, Combat Waterfowl. We were sitting there and we kind of talked. We were going to talk. I talked to him about ordering shells, but I'm going to end up just trying to drive there on Wednesday, try to get some shells. They're working on some things right now with some suppliers for, because China's not out shipping any bismuth or tungsten right now to the U.S. So that's all over their Facebook page and Instagram page about it. But he's working on some stuff and sealing some deals to be able to get the material that he needs and everything. So him and Brandon at Boss can keep going and making, to me, the greatest show that's on the waterfowl, in the waterfowl business right now. I mean, it'd be hard to believe if I couldn't shoot a 2 3/4 inch number 4 at Giant Honkers in January. I don't know what show I would have to go to. I'd have to start all over again. Probably look at maybe, I couldn't even tell you where to start. But yeah, they're working on that, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and go there Wednesday, get a case of 12s and get a case of 20s, just so I can, I'll have enough shells for next year. So theoretically, I wouldn't have to worry about the shell shortage until the 26-27 season. But yeah, if you have a chance, and you were thinking about going to the NWTF conference show in Nashville, I strongly suggest it. It is a great show. It's a great way to meet people. You get your hands on all the products that's out there. There was a lot of guys. I mean, I named the companies that I went to. I mean, Lucky Duck was there. Bunch of duck calls. There was Maker's Calls there. Jeb's Chokes, Kick's Chokes were there. Mossy Oak, Drake, Banded was there, like I said before. Mossberg was there. Mossberg had a pretty sweet booth. TriStar, there's just a bunch of companies there that if you're looking at getting a new gun or shell or call or decoy or whatever, they were there. So I strongly suggest it. Or, if you guys are thinking about doing it, get a couple buddies, go. I mean, we stayed at the DoubleTree down by the airport. It cost me $150 for the night. I booked it 2 weeks before the show, and it's literally an 11-minute drive. It was 14 minutes from downtown. We didn't end up going downtown because we had to leave early. But you're far enough away from the show, you're not going to get the conjunction traffic and stuff down there, but you're close enough you can make the drive. But yeah, it's a show that's worth going to. It's definitely, we're already planning on trying to figure out what the dates are going to be for next year, so we can already book the hotels now and be ahead of the game. Maybe we'll try to get the hotel a little bit closer to the convention that we can walk to or shuttle over to. But yeah, I just wanted to make the video about it because, like I said, I went to the show. I haven't made a video in a while. Talking to Chris from Rate, there'll probably be a video coming here probably next couple months with the Ace. Go over. I'm going to shoot it for a little bit and see how everything like it and do a video like I do of all the other guns I got, the Rates. And then once I get the decoys in from SX Decoys, I'll be doing a video on that. And then the animator, once I get that going and test it, we'll go ahead and do a video on that. So there'll be a couple videos coming here down the pipe, probably in near future, probably if it's not in the middle of summer, beginning of summer or in the middle of summer, because my job I got this summer, the school I'm doing is pretty big. It'll be towards the end of summer, but we'll definitely get those videos out as soon as I can. Hopefully I can get them out within the next month and a half for the animator. And then once I get the decoys, we'll do them from there. But if you guys have any questions or comments about any of the things that you saw me that I got, shoot me a comment. If you have any questions about the show, I can help you out as much as I know and everything. If you live around the Chicagoland area, I live an hour south of Chicago, and it took me 6 hours from where I live to make it to Nashville. So we left at 6 in the morning and got there at 1. So it's not that bad of a drive. I had to stop for fuel because winter gas is bad. But yeah, it's worth the 6-hour drive to go down there to see everyone and everything. And like I said, they're great. If you guys are looking at anything for combat waterfowl, the code NSERVA still works for it. So that'll get you a discount on shirts and everything like that. But other than that, yeah, if there's any questions you have, just give me a holler and I'll see if I can try to help you. Thank you.